I told you, a breathing exercise could change the world. It sounds impossible, right? But it isn't. Within just 5 minutes, you could begin to reclaim your peace from stress. And you know what? Let's try it out right now. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in, allowing the air to fill in your lungs, and breathe out, releasing all the tension. There. Does that feel better? That's the power of mindfulness. The ability to reset your mind within just a few intentional breaths. My name is Jeff, and today I'm here to talk to you about a battle that we all face, the war between stress and well being. So, first, let's talk about stress. Stress and anxiety are constant companions for many students. In fact, according to research, 49% of students aged 9 to 14 experience stress caused by school. Similarly, ResearchGate reports that 38% of students struggle with poor well being. But what exactly is well being? It's a state of being happy, healthy, and prosperous, the very opposite of stress. And just like in any war, stress and well being are both fighting for something. And that is your incredibly commanding mindset. They both want to shape the way you think, feel, and act. But here's the crucial part: you, yes, you, get to decide which one wins. So today, we'll be tackling the big question: what can I do today that will impact my tomorrow? Let me share a personal story. During the last few years, there were many times where I had to handle with issues and where I put my own mental well being on the line. I thought I was being selfless and humble, and that by taking on every challenge, I was making a difference. But to care for others, you need to learn to care for yourself. The more I started ignoring my own well being, the more exhausted I became, and the less effective I was as a leader. Once I stopped worrying about every little problem and started to focus on well being, I began to enjoy my role more, and I became a better student, a better leader, and more importantly, a better friend. This experience taught me a valuable lesson. Stress is not a badge of honor, it's the barrier to your success. And that stress can become your finish line, but you can make well being your foundation. The World Health Organization's guide, Doing What Matters in Times of Stress, an illustrated guide, says that when something is on a hook, it cannot get away. The hook traps it. And in the same way, we can get hooked by our difficult thoughts and feelings. Think of difficult thoughts as fish caught on a hook. They can't swim away unless you decide to let them go. When we dwell on the small problems, we let stress take over, and that can have big impacts on our mental well being. But here's the good news: we can break free. You see, we grow around what we see, feel, and hear. If we allow stress to dominate our environment, it shapes us into more anxious, less fulfilled versions of ourselves. But if we choose to embrace well being, we can thrive. Because stress is only an obstacle when you think it is. Dan Millman said it best: you don't have to control your thoughts, just don't let them control you. Imagine your mind as a door. Opportunity stands outside, waiting to be invited in, while stress crouches, ready to pounce. The question isn't who's going to come in first, but rather, who will you open the door to? Now, let's take this a step further. Imagine a world where every little worry was taken seriously, where every fear held us back. Parents might become so paranoid their kids wouldn't socialize, they would stop sending them to school. Imagine how hard it would be for those kids to find a job, connect with others, or just be themselves. You see, since we shape our lives according to what we see, feel, and hear, it's up to us to create an environment that nurtures well being, not stress. So, back to the question, what can I do today that will impact my tomorrow? The answer is simple yet profound. We need to spark well being in our students. For you, it might just be a breathing exercise. For someone else, it might be setting boundaries, exercise, journaling, or seeking support from a friend or teacher. But for all of us, it's about making a conscious decision every single day to prioritize mental and emotional health. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about the present moment, it's about our planet's future. A world full of students who prioritize well being is a world full of future innovators, leaders, and change makers who are not held back by stress but are propelled forward by a sense of purpose and balance. So, you know what? Take a deep breath because with every breath, you're not just calming your mind, you're opening the door to a better tomorrow. Thank you.